Today, we're going on a road trip.
Now, we have been on Rhodes right now for a couple weeks, and we have really just been staying around where we are staying near Old Town and enjoying that area. But one thing we did today was we rented a car.
Yeah, this is the first time we've rented a car in 2.5 years since we've been traveling, so this is exciting for us.
It is exciting, and we are excited to go explore the island. Not only explore the island, but we kind of want to share with you everything's involved with it. So we're going to give you all the details that you need to go and rent a car while you are here, all the places that you can fit into maybe one day of rental. We're going to try and see it all and bring it to you. Now, where we are starting is at Seven Springs, and right here there's just some streams that you can look at. There is a lake somewhere. We're not sure if we are going to walk all the way to the lake, but you know, if it is a hot time when you're here, this would be kind of a pretty cool place to stop and get into some nature and get into some shade. There is a little place that you can grab something to eat right next to the little creek, and some bathrooms, and so a quick nice stop and no charge to get in
no
here.
charge to get in, and I think there are what, 7 springs?
Yes.
So if you're into springs, there's 7 of them that you can explore. But they do have some wildlife here, so that's kind of fun. I can see them, I can hear them up in the trees, but I can't see all of them.
They're loud, and yeah, you can hear them. We have not found them yet, though. All right, now while we are on our way to our next destination, we are going to tell you a bit about the car rental that we got, the company we went through, and just kind of the whole process of that. First off, it was 37 euro for us to rent for a day. Now that included automatic transmission. We could have done manual for 25 euro, so about $27. He can absolutely handle a manual transmission.
I can drive a manual like nobody's business, but why? When it's only 10 extra euro to get the automatic, we just went with the automatic.
Yeah, just a lot easier to do. One cool thing is that they will bring this car to you. You just tell them where you're staying, if it's a hotel or Airbnb, they just will deliver it to your Airbnb, and they will also come and pick it up for you. Also, you don't have to pay with a credit card, which is always kind of a deterrent for some people, because you know, when they have your credit card, if there's any damages or anything like that that they were there or not there, that's just concern for people. We were able to pay in cash, so that was another bonus.
We also ordered a Toyota Corolla, and we got an Audi A3, so that's just something that we didn't expect to happen. It's the first time I've ever driven an Audi. I feel pretty cool.
Now, when you're renting a car here, one really cool thing, and we didn't know this until actually a viewer of ours had mentioned it to us, is that we did not need an international driver's license. So for the US, UK, and Australia, and if you have an EU driver's license, you do not need to have an international driver's license. You just show your driver's license, and they did say they were going to ask for a passport. They didn't ask for that. So very simple process. Now, the other question is always, what is included in this rental? Did we have to add on insurance and add on all those extras that come along with it? No, we did not. This company includes everything. So all your extra insurance is included. If you need a baby seat, it's included. If you have an extra driver that you want to have on there, then that person is included as well. So really, it was pretty cut and dry process.
Yeah, now there's going to be fuel costs, obviously. This is a diesel, so I'm thinking we're going to get pretty good mileage, but there will be probably $60, $70. We're not certain, but we'll let you know exactly how much we spend on fuel at the end of the video.
Yes. We made it to kind of the main tourist point that people come to sometimes when they're in Rhodes, and that is Lindos. Now, it is an absolutely picturesque little town. It reminds us of Santorini a little bit.
Yeah, it's very nice. Now, we're not the first ones here today. It's packed. Do not drive down and try and get a parking spot. Park up top. It's going to cost you €5 for an all-day parking ticket. It's going to cost you €7 each to get into
the Acropolis.
the Acropolis here, and the line is very long.
It's ridiculously long, and we just kind of decided not to do it because it was going to take us so long to get into it, and we have so many things we want to go and see to do today. And you know, but you can come up to the top, which is where we are at, and you still get an amazing view over. So if you're looking for the viewpoint, just walk up and get that. You don't have to pay to go in, but if you want to see the Acropolis, then you're going to have to pay that.
Right, and unfortunately, if you have mobility issues, it's going to be tough to get up here. Now there are donkeys that you could ride up here, but I'm not doing that.
No, you're going to stink all day. Now, getting to Lindos from the old town of Rhodes is about a 55-minute drive. There is a bus you can take as well if you don't want to rent a car. That is going to take you about an hour and a half is what I saw.
Yeah, and there are a lot of buses here, so if you do choose to take a bus, you won't be alone. No. Now, the town itself is super cute. If you're into some handcrafted jewelry and some of that type of thing, this is your place. It's really nice.
We're actually finding some nicer things here, some a little more authentic things here than we maybe found in Rhodes Town. But I would just kind of point out that be aware that it is incredibly crowded here. Where we parked, we had to walk down the hill to get into the little town. The streets are narrow. Everybody's walking the same direction. So if you're not a fan of crowds, come early would be my advice. I wouldn't say don't come, just come early.
Yeah, now we're gonna have to walk back up that hill to get to the car, so that's the worst part about walking down. If you do need somebody to drive you down and drop you off, they can head back up. We've seen plenty of people do that as well.
Now, there all are beaches that you can go to here as well, or just right outside the town. You're not gonna miss it when you're coming in. And then there's another one that I think we're gonna hit here as soon as we get back in the car. Okay, so we decided to just come down to the beach here right in Lindos. It's actually a very beautiful beach, nice sandy beach, which isn't as common here. You get a lot of the pebbles, and stopped off for a little refreshment in a perfect little place with a great view.
If I had known it was going to be this nice, I might have brought my swim trunks.
You may have, yeah.
I might have bought my swim trunks and jumped in. I hear the water's refreshing,
which means cold.
Which means cold, but hey, you know what? You get used to it. They got kayaks, they got boat rentals, speed boat rentals. Now, we don't have pricing for any of that. You'll have to find out when you get here. It's probably going to change by the seasons, but it's all available right down here in Lindos. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Now, another thing to note is that we mentioned, you know, we rented a car. You can take a bus here, but also you can take a boat from Rhodes Town into Lindos as well. And so I think it takes a little bit longer, you know, and they're going to give you allotted amount of time that you can go explore the town. And once again, like we mentioned before, if you have mobility issues, getting up to the town from the harbor or from the beach area is going to be a challenge. It's a lot of stairs, but that might be kind of a fun option. It's always fun to see it from the water side.
You know, it's beautiful. I would highly recommend Lindos. The shopping was great. We mentioned the crowds. Well, we're part of the crowd. We get that. It's a touristy place, but I think it's worth it.
Totally worth it. All right, we're off to the next destination. Okay, so we have left the beach area and now we're crossing over the middle of the island to head over to a castle area. We think. We have lost coverage on our cell phones, so we can't really map very well, although I did download the map so I can see some things, but I can't map us there. But we do want to stop in, some people had recommended to us to stop in some of the little village towns in the middle, so we're going to check those out.
Maybe for some lunch?
Maybe lunch. We're
lunch sounds tasty. I've had some nuts today.
I just gave him some nuts, some trail mix, some car snacks, but that's not going to hold us over.
So if we do get lost and we're in the wilderness for any length of time at all, we have some peanuts, which is good. Yeah,
we're safe.
Okay, it has become too thirsty now. We're only having one because we're driving, so that's the responsible thing to do. Now what we've done is we've gone way out of our way to get some local, authentic dinner. Now it's only about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's more like lunch, but we asked for everything to be authentic and local as possible, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, so we're really excited for our food. The first thing that we started with is just a variety of their bread plate. They have their fried bread, a wheat bread, and then another kind of bread I didn't understand the name of, and then some kind of dipping sauce. So that is really cool. And then what I ordered was a tomato, the traditional stuffed tomato. So I'm excited for that because some people had recommended trying that. I haven't done it yet. And then Brian got the lamb. So very excited for our meals because I think this is going to be probably the most traditional Greek meal that we've had so far. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now our next stop was in a town called Apollonia. I believe that is how you pronounce it. And we stopped off by recommendation of our Airbnb host at a little very authentic Greek restaurant here. Not terribly easy to find, but MapQuest brought us right here. We totally thought we were on the wrong way, but boom, we were here. We highly recommend.
Very, very nice couple. He asked us how we found this place. It was very hard to find. How did you know about us? And we told him. He was very grateful. I asked him who his customers normally are, and he said really only locals.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while in July or August he'll get a tourist, but most of the time it's locals. The food was amazing.
Very good.
I'll tell you what, instead of renting this car, we probably should have gotten like one of those camper vans to take a nap in because
right now we're full.
We're
full. Very, very full.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of the place, but we will put it below. And I would say that from where we were in Lindos to get here was probably about 40 minutes. Very windy roads, but through the countryside, so it was very beautiful. And really, it worked well for us because we were crossing over to go to the other side of the island anyway, so we had to go through anyway.
Yeah,
so
if you're in the area, stop in and have some lunch or dinner.
Now, one of the cool advantages of renting a car and having the opportunity to just drive through these kind of remote areas where nobody's at, you get to stop off at these amazing viewpoints and just get, I don't know, I mean, a different view of Rhodes than you would have got otherwise.
Right, it's almost like stopping and smelling the roses is what it's really literally like, and we're glad we did.
Yeah.
You know, the bus is great. We've been doing it for 2.5 years. Renting a car, I almost don't care how much it costs. You can't put a price on freedom. And this is about the most romantic thing I think I've done in quite a while.
It is. It's
especially with this bucket hat on.
This is about it.
Yeah.
All right, so we found our way here.
Barely.
Barely. It was a fun adventure. Now, from the town that we were just in and we had lunch, it was should have been a 35-minute drive to the castle here, but probably was about 45 with all the twists and turns and
we only killed
backups.
10 minutes messing around.
Yeah.
I will say, though, out of all the rental cars that were doing the same thing we were doing, I think we finished in second place. So that's not bad.
It's not bad.
The Brit, his wife and son in the blue car, they beat us. And when I pulled in, he looked over at me and smiled. So he knew.
They took like a little dirt road and we were like, at this point, really questioning it, and they took the right turn.
Yeah.
So now where we're at right now and what we're going to check out next is Cortinia Castle.
I would like to mention, Carrie, that that Britt family did make it to the parking lot before we did, but they took a wrong turn.
Didn't make it into the castle.
And we got into the castle first, so
Yeah.
We first place.
Yes.
Now there's not as many people here.
No, this is a super quiet, probably because they can't find it.
They can't find it.
It looked like they used to. There is a ticket booth there, but it doesn't look like it's been open in a very long time, so I don't think you have to ever pay to get into it. But boy, the views here are absolutely spectacular.
This is amazing. Yeah.
Some of the best views we've seen in a very, very long time. So
it is a bit high though, so I'm way
Mr. Heights here
off
is
the
having
ledge a little
trouble.
bit, but this place is spectacular.
Yeah.
All right, so our last pit stop was on the mountain top. Now it's down on the water, on the beach. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now we're not used to beaches like this. We're used to beaches where we're from, but not with turquoise blue water.
No,
Yeah,
this is gorgeous. Yeah, it's not really a beach where people come and hang out or anything, but because it's very rocky. But honestly, kind of where we're from, we like hearing the waves, and this is the first one that we've seen here that actually has the waves coming in.
Has the waves crashing in.
Cool.
So this is very cool. Now we're trying to get to the next destination.
We're hoping we get there
before it closes.
Yeah, unfortunately the map is telling us, or Google is telling us, that it's closed already, so it's going to be closing. So either way, we're going to show it to you best we can.
She's been wrong a couple times already, so let's go find out.
She's a fail, big fail. €6. Made it, and Google was wrong.
Weird.
Just like the map, it didn't get us where we need to go. It was wrong again. Anyway, so we are here at the ancient Camaros. It is €6 each to get in, so about $6.50 each, and just ancient ruins here to check out.
Yeah, no, this will be cool. I think it's going to be worth just looking around. Worth the €6 each, and just the drive alone from the castle.
It was beautiful.
Was worth $6.
Yeah.
And you know, the Google lady was a little bit rude too when she was telling us that this place was going to be closed.
She kept telling us, you may not want to go. It's going to be closed.
So there you are. It's open and we're here. So let's go check it out. Okay, now we are not a history channel. We don't try and be a history channel. We usually get it wrong when we do try. When you get here, there are signs everywhere that tell you what it is, tell you when it was, tells you all about it. So you don't have to worry about us telling you. You need to come check this place out for yourself. I'm surprised there's not more people here.
Well, I think it's because Google says it's closed. But one thing I would say is that could be one of the things that I think is very cool about this place, though, is that you get to go and walk around through all of the ruins. We've been to places where you kind of have to overlook them. They have it roped off, and you can't actually. You can go right in, walk through, see everything kind of up close and personal. So I think that's pretty special.
Pretty decent view from the bathroom.
They're scoring a nice view.
Okay, this place is pretty futuristic for the time. They had a water treatment plant. They built the city in blocks, which is genius for the time as well. I also think that it is safe enough if you're not too far off as far as mobility to get around. I think you can get around the bottom part.
You can get around the bottom part probably no problem at all.
Yeah.
It definitely is gravel, and if you want to go to the upper area, which is where the water treatment plant was at, then you do have to go up incline, or there are steps. But I felt like it was actually pretty easy to
I
get
thought it
around.
was pretty stable, yeah. And if you don't know why they built the water treatment plant up on the hill,
Gravity. Pretty ingenious.
Pretty smart.
Yeah. So I would give this a definite thumbs up as a place to come and visit. I think it's probably a top place that you could come and visit off of, like if you were coming in on a cruise ship, it might be one of those places. And I would say if it's on the list to do, I would recommend
Check it out.
So, yeah. So we are headed off to our last stop.
Hopefully they're open.
There we go. So that's what you were hearing before.
Yeah.
Was the peacock. God, they're everywhere. All right, so we are at our last stop. This is Philermus Cross. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but we will put it down below for you. The cost to get into this was €12 for both of us, so about, I don't know, $13 or so. Our first impression so far, or just walking in, is there are peacocks absolutely everywhere. So if you love peacocks, it's a great place to come. If you have a fear of birds.
There's a couple of them stalking us right now.
Yeah,
so we
they're
might
pretty cool.
have to keep moving here before they catch up. But yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, kind of a little fun fact, when Brian was looking for whatever was making the really loud noise at our very first stop, what it was a peacock. And so he was looking in the trees.
I was looking up in the trees.
It was a peacock making that, so they were making that noise.
They don't fly, so they weren't up in the trees at all.
Yeah, so it takes a while to get up to this location. It's a bit of a drive up, but there is a reason for it, and we are going to show that to you in just a second.
Did you get some good Instagram stuff? Got some yard work to do in here.
Yeah, a little bit. So this is really cool to be up here. It's once again, you get to walk through, kind of explore it at your own pace and leisure. As far as mobility issues, we're walking, so the one area you come down, there are stairs that you're gonna go down, but the way that we are coming back, we could have gone more of just a slope.
Slope, yeah. Yeah, but once you're up those stairs, it's really, really easy. Don't try and pet the peacocks.
No.
Don't.
Just don't do it.
Don't do that. But everything else, this is spectacular. If you're into the green spaces, this is it for sure.
And it's actually really kind of surprising to us. I guess I shouldn't say surprising, but you know, we've been down by Rhodes Town, and it is, you know, a lot of city, not much greenery at all.
Right.
And today, that's really what we've experienced so much of, is a lot of green space. All right, so this was an absolutely wonderful way to end a perfect day, to have this amazing view over so much of Rhodes.
Yeah, this is the second most romantic thing I've done just today alone.
Just today alone.
Yeah,
wow.
I did take the bucket hat off just for this moment. This is spectacular. You cannot see far enough. You see everything as far as the eye can see from up here. It's beautiful. It's worth the entry fee.
Absolutely worth it. Now, actually, to get to the cross here, you do not pay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so you could have walked to this and get the viewpoint itself. So if you don't want to look at the fortress and stuff, then you do not have to pay that entry fee. Now, we started our day. Yeah, it is good to know. So we started our day today at 9:15, and we were on the road pretty much. And right now it is just about 6 o'clock. So we plugged a lot into today. I would say it was absolutely worth it, but we did have the car for the day, so we wanted to make sure that we saw as much as we could.
Yeah, I would say the $35 car rental, we put $20, $25 into the tank.
Yes.
That alone was worth it. If there's nothing else to do, just making the drive around the island, on the coast, through the mountains, it was a great day.
Yeah, absolutely great day. One recommendation that I would make to you is I would reverse the order of what we showed you. So I would start where we are right now and then end in Lindos. And the reason behind that is because when you get to Lindos in the earlier day like we did, you're getting all of the cruise traffic, where if you were to hit it right now, that cruise traffic has already headed back to the ship, so you're going to be able to avoid that.
I agree with that. That's a great idea.
All right.
Smart.
Well, we are not going to give you the full cost breakdown of this in this video here, because we are going to do our full cost breakdown next of Rhodes. So make sure to check that out. All right. Cheers.